Have you ever felt like you're just going through the motions, wondering what everything is for? Maybe you've asked yourself, what am I even doing here? Why am I doing this? What's my actual purpose? Most of us have felt that way at some point or other in our life. I mean, life can feel overwhelming and kind of directionless sometimes, especially when we're being pulled in just so many different directions. I mean, there's work, there's family, there's church, there's personal goals. There's just so many roles to play and, so many boxes to check on our to do lists. My name is Brett Morris, and as a personal trainer and a nutrition coach, a sobriety life coach, I've had the privilege of helping people work towards their goals in a lot of different facets of life. But more importantly, I'm I'm just passionate about helping others find their purpose. A purpose that's not just about achieving milestones, but one that's rooted in something eternal and meaningful in the really, really long term. Welcome to my first video in this new series called Finding Your Purpose. And I hope to have a weekly devotional, and my hope is that these messages will feel like a conversation between friends as we explore how aligning your purpose with God's purpose can bring clarity, peace, and strength, even in a world that feels so chaotic. So, why does alignment even matter with God's purpose and your purpose? Let me ask you, what is your why? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? Why do you go to work? Why do you do the things that you do? Now, is it just to exist or to pay the bills, pay the rent, have somewhere to sleep, or is there something more to life? It's not really always an easy answer or easy to come up with the answer with that kind of a question. I've learned that understanding your why is the key to everything in life. As Viktor Frankl said, well, he was a Holocaust survivor and a psychiatrist, and really he did say it best when he said, "When you have a why, you can deal with almost any how." Our why is like a compass. It points us towards what matters the most in our life. But here's the thing, not all whys are really created equal. A purpose rooted in temporary things like a career, success, material goals, or even just surviving the day, it can leave us feeling lost when life throws us a curveball, when there's chaos and frustrations and anxiety. But on the other hand, a purpose grounded in God's eternal plan, it's unshakable. No matter what happens, it gives us strength, direction, and peace. As the Lord said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no man cometh unto the Father but by me. When our why is aligned with Christ, life doesn't just suddenly become perfect, flawless, and wonderful and easy and rainbows, but it does become meaningful. And His why and His way bring clarity and peace, even in those uncertain times. So let me just share with you an example from my own life. This last year, I set a goal to run 1,000 miles, and that goal gave me a very clear purpose, and I was all in. I'd wake up at 4 a.m. every single day. I'd hit the pavement and complete my training before work. I had a 4 hour routine, and it gave me an incredible sense of focus and energy because I had this exact why driving me. But when I hit that 1,000 mile mark, something shifted in my life. Without that specific goal, I wasn't as motivated. I started to lose momentum and I struggled to find the same drive that I had when I had that why. That experience taught me a very important lesson. Motivation is, it's just fleeting, but purpose is enduring. Purpose isn't something that you just figure out once and forget about it and hope that you want to do stuff. It's something that you have to keep realigning to and reconnecting with, especially as life changes. Purpose gives us the power of resilience. It's the difference between a ship with a rudder and one that's just kind of drifting aimlessly. Think about an Olympic athlete. Their purpose is to compete at the highest level, and it pushes them through years of grueling training and sacrifice. Even on the hardest days, their goal keeps them going. They're not just motivated all the time. Now, compare that to somebody whose purpose is misaligned, like somebody chasing a destructive habit or addiction. Even when the results are harmful, that purpose still drives them to extraordinary lengths to get what it is that they want. So both examples show us how powerful a purpose can be, but the difference lies in alignment. When our why is rooted in God's plan, it leads to fulfillment and joy and eternal rewards. And without that alignment, life can leave us just feeling empty, always searching for something just out of reach as we obtain whatever goal it is that we have. In Doctrine and Covenants 58:27, it reminds us, it says, "Verily I say, men should be anxiously engaged in a good cause, and do many things of their own free will, and bring to pass much righteousness." Now, I don't know about you, but that verse reminds me that I'm not just along for the ride. God has given me agency to choose meaningful goals and align my efforts with His work. And when I do, even the small everyday tasks, they take on a lot greater meaning. So here's what I'd love for you to think about this week. What is your why? Take 10 minutes and reflect on it. Is it something that gives you power and keeps you going even on the hard days when you're frustrated? But more importantly, is it aligned with God's eternal purpose for you? If you're not sure, that's okay. This series is about figuring it out together, and each week we'll explore just another piece of the puzzle of what it means and how we can do it. But by the end, I hope that you feel just a little bit closer to God's purpose for you and more confident in your own path. So when those hard times come, you still have the power and resilience to be able to make the right decision. So until next time, take care and remember, purpose is a process. You don't have to figure it all out at once. God is with you every step of the way, and you can do it.